My name is Summer DeBose, and I'm a biological science major here at USF-SM. I graduate this semester, and I was accepted into dental school, so I start that in July. Okay, I applied for the scholarships to the USF Foundation and the STARS, and I was awarded scholarships from Manatee Memorial Hospital, the Beta Bay Club, and also Selby Foundation. It was actually a big relief going back to school later in life. I have a lot of obligations that typical college students don't have, so it was nice to know that could focus on my studies and not so much having to earn the monies to pay for them. I've been a Selby recipient in the past, and I've met quite a few people from the Selby Foundation, and they're great. So it's like Dr. Sarah Pappas, Evan Jones, they're really pleasant, and they're really wanting to help further our community, and that's what these scholarships enable us to do. Well, I myself have found a value in that I am able to focus my studies, and then that way I do better and have a better chance of getting into upper level programs. I was actually accepted into 3 graduate programs, so and being a recipient throughout my career has been able to make me accomplish those goals, but it's made me want to give back when I get out. So I feel that if in order for me to say that I want to give back, it should have other organizations want to give back also, because I know what it's done for me. I actually have a son who's 22, and I tell him all the time, do not take the time to fill out the applications. Don't not write an essay. Put forth the effort. Use the scholarship opportunities that you have before you, just like a job, and apply to them. Make sure that you're a competitive candidate. Make sure that you're doing extracurricular activities. Make sure that you are also being involved in your community and keeping your GPA high.
Well, I think the scholarship programs are also very important for USF because there are many students who could not come to a 4-year university without them. And our single largest scholarship award comes through Brunch on the Bay, which we hold every year, usually the first weekend in November, and we earn thousands and thousands of dollars in scholarship funds. We have other scholarships that are very specific for certain colleges. For example, in the College of Education, we have some scholarships that prepare future teachers. In the College of Business, we have an international scholarship that prepares students to go abroad, to work abroad for 6 months or so, and then return and finish their degree. So any progressive 4-year institution must have a strong scholarship base. We're constantly finding new ways to find scholarships, and what we do still, for example, with our Brunch on the Bay scholarship fund, is we put it all towards first generation, because right now that's the only state match that we get, even in scholarship funding. And first generation means those first students out of their family to ever attend a 4-year institution. And so it doubles the amount of money. For example, if we make $100,000 in profit from one event, we put it in first generation, and suddenly we have $200,000 worth of scholarships. So it's really, it's a no-brainer to do something like that. Oh, it really is a benefit for them, and they're so thankful. They really are so pleased to be able to receive a scholarship. And many students who've received scholarships while in school take it upon themselves to give back to the institution. And of course, we always encourage that as well.
Well, the most important thing is we have kids that are in our university and participating in a 4-year degree because of our scholarships. And we also have kids here that are academically very successful, and we're rewarding them as well. But what does it mean for the 40th anniversary? It's a time that we can step back and say thank you to those folks who have given generously, and a time to look forward and say, what do we need for our future? How can we engage that next layer of donors to help us with our students? We have scholarship donors that help us with things like gaps. If kids are getting scholarships from other places but they haven't received that money, they need to stay in school. And so we have like our brand new scholarship called the Horn and Moon Scholarship from two philanthropic families from Manatee County that have established a scholarship for gaps, and that's really cool. We also have the same type of scholarship funded by another donor for veterans. Veterans get great scholarship resources if they serve our country, which they should, but there tends to be some gaps in that, and those gaps help with what folks are doing and staying in school. We would not be able to recruit the type of students that you're going to hear tonight that have received scholarships without having these opportunities, because we're not large, so we have to be over-resourced in the scholarship arena to attract the best and brightest. And it's really helped us with our first incoming class of freshmen 3 years ago, and then moving that forward.
Well, I'll tell you, just listening to the three girls that came up and talked about the impact that scholarships had on their college careers, it raises the hair on your arm. It's phenomenal that people helping out, donating money, can help many kids. They said, I think 900 of the kids, or 300 are on scholarship of some sort, just local dollars. And here's three that are just a phenomenal example of what help the community can give. And a couple of them, as you heard, probably wouldn't be where they are without some help. Well, I was going to let Amanda answer because she has been the workhorse behind the whole thing. She and the Moons have done so, yes, no question. No one will have a problem with that answer. They've all been working hard, but we put two families together that have just loved Manatee County, and we've done things for different organizations. It was a chance to, what could we do different? What could we do fun? And what will have the biggest impact? Part of it's self-serving. I mean, if you're helping kids get a degree in HVAC, they can help with the air and energy. If they go through culinary, maybe they'll come and work in an oyster bar. But it's mostly just helping in the community, getting people the help they need. Whether it's at USF-SM, which is awesome, or at Manatee Technical College. I mean, people need help. And our scholarship offers help to just about, it's almost unending who can get a scholarship.
Well, I think what we also wanted to do was lend a helping hand to those students who might have left college too soon. And so we wanted to focus on more adult scholarships for people who needed that helping hand to go back to college and be able to support their families at a better level in our county.
And there's no end. I mean, you can just need to take an Excel class.
Right.
You can need something that'll help you in your regular job. It doesn't have to be any technical. It can be anything.
It doesn't need to be a 3-year curriculum or whatever. So, to make our community a better place, we received a letter from a student who received a scholarship at SCF. It was the most heartwarming letter because basically that student said that through our scholarship, she was able to go back to college, and her goal was to be able to give back to the community at the same level that we helped her. That's what it's about.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you want them to stay here. I mean, that's our whole goal, is we don't want a brain drain in our area, much less in Florida, but we definitely want to keep people in the Sarasota-Manatee area. There's some great people here. There's some great people in these schools. Let's keep them right here. You know, a lot of them do. That's a great part about our community, is so many companies, so many individuals help the community so much. It's important. I'll tell you, you can't put a dollar figure on it, but I can't tell you how many guests come into the oyster bar and say, we're here because what you do in the community. I know that's self-serving, but it blows you away and it makes you feel good and it makes you feel like, yeah, that's why we're doing it.
And it doesn't have to be on a huge level. No matter how small or your business is, you can still give back, whether it's with a couple of hours of your time, whether it's with a couple of dollars. Every little bit counts.
My name is Priscilla Sosa. I am a senior here at USF Sarasota, and I am majoring in biology and a minor in psychology. And I have the Women Leadership in Philanthropy Scholarship. It means that it's such an honor and a privilege to have such a nice opportunity to have someone give you a hand and lift you up, and have a kind of a mentor that will be able to give you a hand and finish your education and accomplish your dreams. I did not know many scholarships here. I actually talked to my advisor, and she guided me a little bit to apply, and as well as there are some signs around campus that were reminding me to apply and everything. I did not know about women leadership and philanthropy. I'm actually the first recipient here in Sarasota to receive the scholarship, and it's such an honor and a great privilege. So I've met the director, the chair, the women and the organization are incredible, and they're such great help. I've actually met my mentor through the scholarship committee, and she actually helped me do interview questions for my interview process going into dental school, and it's just an amazing group of people and women that you look up to them and you want to be like them one day and give back and show other girls and women in the university system to accomplish your dream, and the sky is not the limit. I recommend to just apply to any and all, and talk to the advisors, talk to other students that have these scholarships, and just apply. Don't just, I don't know how else to say it, just apply to them, and you'll get something, an opportunity for any of them. I'd like to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It's been an honor and a privilege to be a recipient, and it has helped me to not worry about the financial burden of having to necessarily pay for my education, but they're helping me and to have more perseverance in myself and more strength to accomplish my goal.
My name is Michelle Teeter, and I am enrolled in the College of Business as an accounting major. My field of study is accounting. I've been awarded the Nixon Scholarship, which is for College of Business students to study abroad. I attended the Florence University of Arts last summer with USF Business, studying Italian business, and it was a very rewarding experience. I've also received Brunch by the Bay scholarships, as well as FICPA scholarships that are awarded by the Florida Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Well, I can tell you that the opportunity that I received through the Nixon Scholarship expanded my depth of knowledge of the world, as well as other cultures. As I was studying the business aspects of Italian business, I was able to get a greater appreciation for a more global attitude in business and the way that we assess both our challenges and possible solutions that might not always be presented to us in a traditional American classroom. It was terrible, yes. I had to get used to espresso and gelato and walking through the piazza at night, and the amount of Michelangelo works can be somewhat overwhelming. The scholarships, the money, everything comes down to dollars and cents. And without that economic help, it's just unobtainable. There are just opportunities that you cannot take advantage of without a scholarship to help you. And it's not always fair, but a scholarship gives you a chance. What you do with that chance is up to you, but it gives you a chance. We're very fortunate at USF, and specifically USF Sarasota Manatee, with the amount of scholarship opportunities that are available to you. I am a College of Business student, and by applying to the scholarships, you're more likely to receive a scholarship. A student has to take the responsibility on themselves to look for opportunities and then execute what needs to be done in order to receive the scholarships. And I think a student who takes care of that and who looks for the opportunities that USF gives them will be the same student who is very successful in their career. I would say thank you. I would say thank you for the opportunity of turning a no into a yes. I would tell a scholarship donee, thank you for turning a voice inside your head that says maybe you can't do something into the possibility of reaching further and doing more and having the opportunity for a greatness that perhaps you didn't know was possible. So thank you.
Good evening and welcome to our scholarship and donor reception. We are so pleased to see both our students and our donors in the room tonight, getting to meet each other, mix and mingle, and the students that are having liquor, we've carded, they're old enough, so it's all good. That's a fun thing. I'm Dennis Stover, the Regional Vice Chancellor for Advancement here at USF-SM, and a proud lifetime member of the alumni, even though I'm not an alumni of USF-SM, so hey. You can join without being a member. So I appreciate you being with us tonight, and we really consider you part of our family. You as donors, you as our students, as you grow up and become alums for our university, it's really cool to see us together and celebrating as you receive these awards from our donors. Because of the generosity of the folks in the room and several others, we were able to award $353,000 in scholarships to our students. 172,000 of those resources went to first-generation students, which means it's the first time they've been in college, and they are really blazing a trail for their family. So almost half, or literally half of that resources went into our first generation. First generation is very important to us because with first generation, it's our only place in state government where we can match your donor dollar, dollar for dollar. And every dollar given to the first generation program becomes 2 in scholarships that we can award on our campus. And within the big USF system, we have given more money to first generation in the last 3 years than the other 2 campuses, and we're the smallest of the 3. So we're kind of excited. So I would like to give those folks that have red lettering on their name tag a round of applause. Those are our donors with us tonight. I said we awarded $353,000 in scholarships. That went out to 300 students on a campus of only 1,900 students. So 300 of those received private scholarships. Now, the private scholarships are different than other financial aid the young people receive. They also can receive Bright Future scholarships from their service from high school. They can receive Pell Grants. They can receive academic scholarships. All of those are on top of that $353,000 that I told you about earlier. So we are a well-resourced university as it relates to scholarships and want to keep growing that. Right now, our endowed funds for private scholarships on this campus totals $4.5 million. Thank you, Joan. That was Joan Nixon giving a shout out there, so thank you, Joan. Giving at USF-SM is a significant impact on the lives of the students that you touch, and we are grateful for our donors who help share their love and passion through the benefits of giving, so thank you again. But to give you the real flavor of what it's like to be a scholarship recipient at USF-SM, we have 3 outstanding scholars, which are representative of all our scholars, to share their story tonight. Our first scholar has to hurry off and study for which test, Lauren? Her marketing management class, so she's going to be first tonight so she can go off and study. Lauren Henry is a 3rd-year senior. She was one of our first freshmen. She'll graduate after 3 years because of her advanced placement that she brought with her. I know Lauren very well because she served as an ambassador. She's the principal dancer in the Russian Ballet of Sarasota, and she is a recipient of our first Freshman Plus scholarship. Lauren, come on out. You know how to work that one. I'm talking to both of them.
Well, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Like you said, my name is Lauren Henry, and I'm a senior. I'm studying marketing and management here at USF Sarasota Manatee. And I just want to personally thank all of you so much for your generosity and for giving to students to help them to be able to get their college degrees, because it really does make a difference. When I was graduating as the top student from my high school, I had a lot of options regarding where I could go to college. But the opportunity to stay here in Sarasota and attend USF-SM became pretty much irresistible because of the scholarships that I received. And so I'm incredibly thankful for the academic scholarships, the freshman scholarship that I received, and I couldn't be more thrilled with my decision to attend here and be a student at USF-SM. I've had so many wonderful opportunities. I've also been able to be an ambassador and represent this university, like Dennis mentioned, and I've grown not only academically but also personally and professionally, and that is all thanks to all of you who have donated to make that possible for us. And as part of the business college, I'm especially proud to be getting my degree from an institutional program that is AACSB accredited, and that's a distinction that less than 5% of business programs around the world receive. So that really speaks to the quality of education that we're getting here and the talented faculty that we have, and I can say that from personal experience working with my professors. They are so knowledgeable, so willing to help, and getting my degree in a very personalized setting like we have here has made all of the difference. So thank you so much for being willing to invest in us. I encourage you to continue to do that because it's making a world of a difference, and you're helping to keep talent here in this area so that we can continue to produce more educated, skilled individuals who can go into our community and our workforce and continue to make this area a better place. So after I graduate in the spring, I'm planning to go and get my master's degree and then pursue my dream of being an entrepreneur, which has been encouraged and fueled through my experience with the business college thus far here at USF-SM. So thank you so much on behalf of myself and all the other students and the ones you're going to hear speak after me. You're making a difference, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
She's an extremely hard act to follow. She and I did an ABC News interview for the 40th anniversary. I was almost embarrassed to be the next person after Lauren Henry, so we're very proud of her. One thing she didn't mention, and this is the connectedness that our kids get along the way as well. She's working with the Hub in Sarasota, which is a top-class entrepreneurial organization where a lot of folks are sitting around tables and sitting on floors and discussing how they can launch new business ventures. And she and her sister are dreaming of a business venture that they want to launch, working with the folks at the Hub. So that's kind of exciting as well about Lauren. Now our next person, also eloquent at the mic, I'm moving so she can get to her notes, you'll like that, Michelle, is Michelle Teeter. Michelle is in USF government. She's our Chief Financial Officer for our USF government here on the campus of USF-SM. She serves as the College of Business Advisory Board student representative, and she is a FICBA and Brunch on the Bay scholarship recipient. Michelle, where are you? There you are.
Hello, I am the speaker to follow Lauren Hutton, who was amazing. Good evening, my name is Michelle Teeter, and I am an accounting student and an executive board member of our student government. It is my privilege and honor to say thank you to all of the donors that are present this evening. I brought a plaque with me, and this sits on my desk. I see it every day, and what it says is life guarantees a chance, not a fair shake. I bought this at the gift shop at Moffitt Cancer Center in Tampa. Although it means a little different, something a little different to me now than at the time that I originally purchased it, it's still so important to me now. The greatest chance that I've had in my life recently was when Dr. Cran, about a year ago, Dean Cran, invited me to his office, and it was at that time that he told me that I had been chosen to receive the Nixon Scholarship for College of Business students to study abroad. Even thinking about it now gives me goosebumps. It really does. That scholarship, it gave me a chance to broaden my knowledge of the world, and it also gave me a chance to make my place in that world bigger. I wear bigger shoes in the world because of the experiences that I had, and those chances came to me through a scholarship. I went to Florence, Italy with USF Business for 6 weeks, and I lived in another country. I attended the Florence University of Art, and I studied Italian business. I turned that chance that I was given through the scholarship into an unforgettable opportunity to experience the world, and I turned the world into my classroom that summer. Studying the difference between businesses, we traveled to various sites.
everywhere from a 5th generation Parmesan farm to the executive offices of Ferragamo. And it was through these opportunities I was able to think of business differently. I was able to identify challenges, identify solutions to those challenges. And I was able to think of different ways, the people that I was meeting, the connections that I was making, and how I would leverage those into opportunities as I go forward into my career after I leave here. I wouldn't have had all those experiences if it wasn't for the Nixon Scholarship. A scholarship turns a no into a yes. It turns that voice inside of you that says you can't do something into a voice that tells you somebody believes in you. It's not a guarantee, it's what you make out of it, but that chance can give someone the opportunity to go over the hill and stand on top and succeed. So I want to thank everyone who's here, who's a donator, and I look forward to the opportunity to be on the other side of this podium, because I want to give that chance to someone else that I received through the Nixon scholarships, through the Brunch on the Bay scholarships, from the FICPA scholarship, and from all the other scholarships I wish to obtain in the future. Thank you.
Again, another hard act to follow. I'll try to do my best here. We have students that are just incredible, like you've just heard, the two. The third student also represents us well. Priscilla Sosa is a USF student ambassador. She's one of our first biology students, and she's going to tell you some story about where that's leading her. She also has received the Women in Leadership and Philanthropy, a system-wide scholarship given to a young woman on our campus. So Priscilla, would you come share some of your success? Make sure you hold it close. And talking about that.
Hello, my name is Priscilla Sosa. I am a senior this year at University of South Florida, Sarasota, and I am majoring in biology, and I'm having a minor in psychology. I was recently accepted into dental school at LECOM in Lakewood Ranch here. Thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you so much to all the donors and scholarship opportunities that I've had here at University of South Florida. It's been such an honor and a privilege. I've had a scholarship from Women Leadership and Philanthropy and a health scholarship through the University of South Florida Tampa campus. And it's just been an honor and a privilege. And like Dennis said before, I was here, the first biology program student here at the semester, and I started the biology club here, transferring it over from State College of Florida, and we go out to the high schools in Sarasota, Manatee County, and tell the students in these high schools to learn about STEM programs and advise them to get a career in STEM field. And you know, science is not hard, it's easy, you know, as long as you put effort into it, and you can major in anything in college, and we encourage them to go to college and get a degree in something. And it's been such a great opportunity. And now that I'm leaving and I'm a senior, my VP and I have been looking for other students to take over. And this college has given me such great opportunities and expanded my knowledge. And I'm such an honor and a privilege to be here. And like my mother says, it's the American dream, you know. My mother was the first person out of her family to come to the United States when she was 21 from Peru, and it's been such an honor and privilege that she could step foot in this country and have the privilege to give me the strength and honor and to push me and to get my American dream, like she says. So, and I want to thank the University of South Florida for all the donors and mentors and professors that I've met here, and especially Dr. Anila Jane. She's helped me to do mock interviews for my dental school process, and it's been such an awesome time and meeting all these incredible people. Thank you for your support, and thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, I'd love to go through the room and mention every donor here. You know, if I do, I'm going to miss somebody. But I do want to call out just a few of our recent donors and donors that are stepping forward. This past year, two couples in Manatee County created a scholarship called the Horn and Moon Scholarship. You might know one of those last names is Horn. John and Amanda are here tonight, so thank you, John and Amanda. This is a great scholarship for kids in need. It really funds unmet needs to make sure our kids don't fall out of this organization or can really have that boost that they need to stay in school. So we're excited about what that's doing. They not only did it for our university, they did it for State College of Florida, Manatee Community Technical Center, Manatee Technical College. Thank you, we got it. So that, you know, they are really helping make a difference, and they do a great event once a year. If you're not on that list and want to be, give me a note and I'll make sure you get on that list. But it's a fun party. You can Uber up there because there is drinking at that party. John Horton is involved in this party. There will be drinking. So it is a fun night, but it's all to raise proceeds for the scholarships that are awarded after that. 84% of the folks in our university system receive financial aid. That's significant. Your help in the private dollars and helping those young people helps a long way to get them to the finish line. We're graded every day now on getting kids to the finish line. And so your help is helping us get that grade that we need to get those performance-based dollars back to our campus. So scholarship donors and recipients, again, I thank you from our university. And I apologize that Dr. Stone will be arriving momentarily. She's coming back from an academic meeting in Tampa, and she couldn't be here to start this program, so I got to do the dignitaries for that, but she will be here shortly and we'll mix and mingle with you as we continue the reception. I'd like to also invite you folks to a couple other things coming up, and I think you're going to get a bag as you leave. One of those is our 40th anniversary gala on May 4th. On May 4th, we're having a spectacular evening to honor folks who are significant and have been significant to us throughout the past 40 years. Two of those honorees are in the room, Dr. Arthur Guilford and Dr. Lori Stryker, former chancellors at this institution. They're also wearing name tags that have red print on it. So that must mean they have scholarship donations that they've given and are giving to our campus. So thank you very much. A couple other new scholarships that I want to mention, and I don't want to single out everybody, but we're getting close. The Rotunda name up here is FCCI. During our 40th anniversary, FCCI also stepped up with some scholarship donations to help us, celebrate not only the kids, but our 40th anniversary as well. They helped in both counts. Their scholarship is very unique. It's kind of targeted back to their industry, which is good because we've launched 2 classes in our business college for insurance certification and help folks get through some of the hoops and ladders. I may have to call our FCCI person up here to help me so they can get their certifications they need. We're providing book scholarships for the young people, and we had a very good success rate. In fact, they even hired one of those first students that finished with that certification back at FCCI. So we're keeping them local and graduating them local. Also, another really big push for us is veterans. In March, you're going to get another invitation to come back to see the launch of our brand new, repurposed, really pretty Veterans Center that will be happening on campus. We haven't grown buildings yet, but we're repurposing the heck out of this one, Dr. Stryker and Dr. Guilford, every day. So there's going to be a new Veterans Center on campus, and we launched with the help of the Patterson Foundation and the Giving Challenge, and a generous donor by the name of Mrs. Greenbaum. Did I get it right? Greenhouse. See, I don't have those notes in front of me. That's why I'm messing up. Mrs. Greenhouse and her company also did the lead gift to help with that challenge. So we appreciate what you did, Sherry. Thank you very much. With that said, I'd like to also make sure you know about our Knowledgeable coming up March 2nd. That Knowledgeable, we're having in a philanthropist, an entrepreneur and innovator, a young woman who's the heir of the Sarah Lee fortune. She'll be speaking in our Selby Auditorium at 5 o'clock on March 2nd. Again, that information's in your bag that you're taking with you. And last but not least, on February 20th, we're having an all-alum festival. The first time we invited back all of our alums and all the alums in this region to celebrate on our grounds with a great festive day. And actually, one of the runners-up from a few years ago, Sam Wolf from Idle, is going to be performing that day. Sam is a Manatee County resident, and he's coming back to us to celebrate with us for our all-alum event. So please join us at those events. And again, a gracious thank you to our donors that keep giving and continue the need for, making sure scholarships are available. Next to me is one of my board members, Rick Smith, who has a paid political announcement he'd like to say or something.
Hospitable is on March, not May.
Oh, did I say May? I'm sorry. Hospital was March 4th, our gala.
I don't want everybody to show up in May and go like, where are they going? That's all.
Thanks, Rick. Good catch. Andrea's back there. A shout out to my staff and the marketing communications people that work on our staff as well. These events happen because other people besides myself and Dr. Stone really work to make it happen. So staff, do a hand wave and a shout. Hello, Rich, quit writing and wave. Yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and please stick around and have some libations and food.